So, here we go. Cubone. Let me actually pull this up for me. Okay, what do I want the rival to have here? Because I kind of don't want him to have Gyarados, but I also don't want him to have Squirtle. And those two do not go well together. What would be harder to deal with, Blastoise or Gyarados? I think Blastoise, because I have to deal with it more, so I want him to have Charizard then. But Charizard really sucks. Because, like, even though I only have to fight it as a Charizard 3 times... Although the last couple, like, those fights should be fine. You know what? I think I'm gonna grab this Cubone. Make the early game easy on me. Oh, right. I can't hit Pidgeys at all. Yo, Serenic? Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it? A solo Pokemon, solo run with just Cubone. Very lonely Cubone. Oh, did it say lonely in the Pokedex? I see. I didn't notice that. How many power points do I have left? 2. There we go. Yeah, I figured that was not going to be enough, so I set myself up to just be able to use Struggle at least. Because I did not feel like walking back to the center. I'm glad, Mark. I'm glad. Okay, this is going to be a bit of an annoying one to grind. I would like to get a couple of levels. When do we learn another move? 25? Oh, we learn our next move at 25. I think I'll go to level 12. I'll try to go to level 12. Well, I might not be able to. Okay, maybe I can. Okay, yeah, Brock was no problem. I could have done the trainer before it as well, honestly. That's fine, though. Yeah, the thing regarding the point value, you can see it in the bottom left of the achievement icon that you see on screen on the left of the game. You can see a little, you can see the Baby Kangaskhan achievement, the highlighted. It has a little 50 in the bottom left. That indicates how many points this one is worth. 50 is high. Definitely doable high, but it's not gonna be an easy one. Like, it gets really good moves, but its stats are really not great. Well, Fisher is great if I could use TMs. I'm not allowed to use TMs. If I could use X items. I'm not allowed to use X items in this. It's no items in battle. You know, it's not gonna do much for me. I think I want to beat the Geodudes as much as possible. So yeah, I definitely have no shot at Misty. Like, it's very safe to say that we have absolutely zero shot at Misty. Looks like the rival isn't going to be particularly easy either. Now, as long as we can beat some of his Pokemon semi-consistently, like, the rest is fine, because then I'd be getting experience at least. But that does mean that I need to semi-consistently be able to beat his Pidgeotto at least. Okay, we beat the rival. That's a big deal because it unlocks the path to getting Dig. That might not have been my best move. Oh, I need to heal anyway. I'll pick up the elixir on the second route, so that's okay. Yeah, you can probably already tell how much more Cubone struggles compared to Arbok just now. Like, it's absolutely doable. I believe we can do it. But I am absolutely going to take on a couple extra trainers here and there. I'm debating if submission is, or if seismic toss is worth picking up. I don't think it is. I think by this point we have enough tools at our disposal that it's not. Let's go pick up Dig. I gotta be aware that next level up I learn Leer. Which is actually kind of a useful tool to have for a little while. Well, I just died to the Drowsy here. I'll teach it over Growl, So that I can teach the other one over... Bone Club. It is worth getting rid of Bone Club by now. We have Dig, which is better anyway. Now, I have no imagination in... or like, there's zero shot we are beating Misty at this point. I want to know, can I beat the Staryu? Okay, actually, I think we have more of a shot than I initially gave myself credit for. The fact that we can beat Staryu is enough for me to try this because I get experience from the Staryu. So it means that we are very slowly leveling. I could do the SSN already, but I think like one lucky crit in the right moment and we win, so... Like, the fact that I've gotten Starmie down to, like, 2 HP without needing to grind that much yet. Because I need to beat Misty anyway. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. It takes 2 digs, but it's possible. And I mean, these extra levels are going to be helpful. If we get to 29 and I... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, if we get to 29 and I haven't beaten Misty, I will use the candies to get to 31. Because at 31, we get a move that I really do not want. We get Focus Energy. One of the worst moves in the game. Actually, it could very well be considered the worst move in the game. Because it doesn't do any damage, and it lowers your crit chance because of a glitch. So it actively hurts your chances to crit. Which, because of the way that stat boosts work, there are situations where I suppose that can be useful. But to call it the worst move in the game is probably not an understatement. Okay, we get Body Slam. Slowly we're... Oh wait, and I have... I sold Bubble Beam. I'm an idiot. I sold Bubble Beam just now. I could have used Bubble Beam. I can learn Bubble Beam. Now, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not worth resetting over or anything. Because the thing with Bubble Beam is... Yes, I could have used Bubble Beam. But at the same time... I need a super potion. Like, I could have used Bubble Beam, and I know that I could have. But we're getting Ice Beam pretty soon anyway. That's not what I meant to do. And I think I'll take Ice Beam over Bubble Beam anyway, so... I think this is okay. can't use Thunderbolt. We can't learn that. And just like that, despite this definitely not being a great Pokemon, we are well on our way. Like, say what you will, but we are heading to Rock Tunnel as we speak. We've got a pretty solid moveset. Mainly because of Dig and Body Slam, but even just Dig and Body Slam is good tools to have. At 38 is our next move, which would be Thrash. Yeah, we repel here. Now this fight does scare me a little bit. I don't know how easy this fight's gonna be. Still easy. Okay, well then we have a safe shot to Ice Beam at least. You know, if this pace keeps up, we may very well get to do a third Pokemon still. May just get to vote about a third one. So Mark, we have another shot of rolling Snorlax, believe it or not. I wouldn't rule it out just yet. We get Double Team, which is our big boosting move. I will grab Ice Beam. We'll see how much use we get out of Ice Beam. I can see Ice Beam being useful, though. There's some Pokemon where it'll be better than some of the other moves, even despite our insanely poor special stat. For reference, we have 40 special, which is really low. Alright, let's do a bit of menuing. Let's move that to the second slot, that to the third slot. We put HM2 over there. I will use Ice Beam to replace Water Gun. I put Repels here. I take Bubble Beam, or Double Team over here. I did not intend to fight this guy, but it's fine, I think. I am gonna save, because it's been a little bit. And I should make occasional safety saves. Especially since we've made a good chunk of progress just now. I'm surprised that one shot, honestly. I'll use one candy so that I can avoid learning Thrash. Not a terrible moment to use a candy anyway. Alright, let's go fight the rival, I guess. We are making very decent progress. Honestly, like, yeah, this thing is struggling a little bit here and there, but it's not as bad as I expected it. I think we may have just found our first real obstacle. Well, I did say that I didn't like the idea of him having Gyarados. Okay, that might help. Okay, that was fine. Prime example of the batch boost glitch also helping a lot. Now, I'm not going to actively fight a lot of these because I expect it to be slower. Seems it's very comparable. Hey, Arkuma. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Okay, so we're very comparable in speed to the Ghastlies. That's good to know. And I can fight a few extra. Just to help us get some experience. All is good. All is good. Not a huge fan of the repel wearing out there, but it is what it is. Nice freeze. Whew, okay, let's use that. Apply here, use the center. Be on our way. Now, the big wall that we're going to be facing is going to be Lorelei. Lorelei, because of my typing, I think is guaranteed to always use Aurora Beam turn 1. And I need to not only be able to survive that, but preferably survive it well enough that I can actually start setting up. Because if I die to 2, it's not going to be great. If I'm faster, that would make a huge difference. But I don't think that Cubone is ever realistically going to outspeed a Dugong. And because of the no items in battle, that's going to be tricky. So I'll pick up all of the Carbos, just to give me some semblance of a shot of being faster. Probably not going to be enough, though, but who knows? Yeah, the no items in battle rule is makes this a lot more difficult. We're gonna face Erica next, or at least try to. Let's see if I can beat Erica. Beating Erica unlocks me being able to pick up another rare candy. Poga I don't expect to be much of a problem, but it is a big jump in level. Or that happens. Something tells me that this is not going to be This is not going to be an easy one. I'll give it like a couple more tries. Otherwise, I'll go fight Koga first. I don't like that he's hitting the sleep powder despite my double team. Or the razor leaf, for that matter. Okay, we have a shot. We somehow survived by 1 HP and then froze. Oh, come on. That was through 6 double teams. I'm not going to reset this because we got some experience. Once again, I'm using 1 candy to make sure I don't learn the move here. So I'll have to come back here for that extra rare candy, because I do think I want the rare candy. Like, realistically, I think I'm going to need everything, every tool that I can get. So picking up that rare candy is absolutely something I'm going to do. Okay, time to pick up Earthquake, pick up 1 more Carbos, 1 more rare candy. Perfect timing for a level up here. That's actually a fortunate time for a level up, I think. I think this is where I'm going to use the remaining. This is the last move we learn, which we are not learning. I do not want Rage. See, had we won, I could have maybe gotten to level 50 here already, but 49 is a respectable level. Just to be sure, I think I will fight a couple extra trainers that shouldn't be hard to fight. Like that guy. And I'll use the heal here as well. Okay, that is 1 extra level. How many badges did you miss? We have 4 badges right now. We're in Silphco. I tried Erica, but despite getting a very lucky fight, I still didn't win, so I decided to do this, and then I'll go back to doing the boss rush. Escape rope. Let me go fight Erica. So yeah, Erica, I did try just now, but I had no shot of winning. Now I'm level 50. Or over level 50. Realistically, at level 50, Erica should not be much of a problem. There we go. That's Erica. Hello, Stein. How are you doing? Like I said, I'm gonna need every tool that I can get. I'm doing good, thank you. Doing good. Busy with the house? I see, I see. Exactly. You can use the HM as an item to have the effect of the HM. Congrats, Stein. Congrats. Hey, Sora. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Ah. Well. That was fine. Okay, good timing for the level up there. Means I can level up again. Get rid of Fire Blast. I could learn Fire Blast, but I don't see that being more useful than the moves I already have. Oh, I meant to use Ice Beam, not Double Team. That's okay. Well, we may actually be doing decently well. I don't actually mind losing to the rival, to like the Gyarados or something, because I get the others to get some experience on. Like that's a decent amount of experience. Like that probably gave me an extra level. And it's just one. But even just one level could make the difference here. I did not mean to get onto the island here. Okay. Are you keeping some record of the past runs? No. The times are automatically recorded and are added to a leaderboard. Oh yeah, that is... if you go to the website on Retro Achievements, you can find the leaderboards of everybody's times and best, and the level they beat it at. Now, there are some cheated runs on there, which is very obvious, and I have reported somebody because of very clearly cheating. There is a time of like an hour and a half for Kakuna. You're not beating this in an hour and a half with a Kakuna. It's not possible. just flat out not possible. Unfortunately, they have not actually seemed to take any action to remove set times, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you can find the in-game time that it took me to beat, and you can find the level at which I beat it, both on retro achievements. So there is some record of all of the runs that I've done, at least in their time and their level. But that's all that's being kept track of. Hello again, Sora. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Alright, this is kind of the moment of truth. Good news is we can survive at least one Aurora Beam. If you type !RA, and then that'll link you to the website. And then if you click my most recently played game, you can from there make some progress. I think I'm gonna need this candy now. That does not make me faster, however. Yeah, so the strategy here unfortunately seems to just be I gotta double team a bunch and get lucky. Because he's always going to get one Aurora Beam on me. So the odds of winning this are not great, and the stat drop there really sucks. Well, I am keeping that attempt, but I need the stat buffs. Like, I'm keeping that attempt because it'll give me that extra level, and that is still worth something. But that was close. Okay, so there is a chance it does that. Oh, nice. Okay. We are not out of the woods yet. I'm gonna just put that out there, because we also have to deal with Gyarados. Twice. Oh, double team is stupidly powerful for this. I would not like doing this without double team. Some people have done exactly this challenge, but using double team only when absolutely stuck. I am glad I am not that person. Because that sounds horrible. Like, I respect people for avoiding double team, but double team is usually the thing that helps me use the batch boost glitch. Because more often than not, double team is what I do use to set up the batch boost with. Now, this is what I was afraid of. I need Hydro Pump to miss to even start the fight. So the strategy, and this is a strategy that I've used before, it sucks, but it's kind of my best strategy. Because I can either use pray for a miss and then use double team. But I'm still slower after that. The alternative is you pray for a miss and then you pray for a body slam paralysis. Because that kind of then allows me to also set up in much the same way because I'll be faster. Like it instantly makes me faster. Yeah, the reason this fight becomes winnable is just because Hydro Pump has a 15% chance to miss. And then I have a... I want to say 30% to paralyze. Somebody will know the numbers on what double team paralysis is. Or should I just go for more double teams? That's kind of the dilemma here. I'd need multiple to miss before I start outspeeding him. Like, obviously the second one is then more likely to miss, and I do get a boost to my special. But I don't think it's close on how much he beats me by. Alternatively, I could go for the miss into the freeze. Which freezes 10%. But then I guaranteed win. I think I might do that strategy. Because as soon as I freeze, I win. Because then I can set up 6 double teams and the fight is completely over. I think this, yeah, I think I'll go for that as my strategy. Instead of going for a paralysis to get the speed advantage, just go for a freeze to completely lock him out of doing anything. Well, he missed twice there. That was the fight. 3 misses is so rare. That's 3 15%. Like, it's absolutely possible for him to just miss 3 times. Unless we... But unfortunately, we did not get lucky there. So, how many more attempts until we freeze the Gyarados? Because I'm afraid that that is going to have to be the strategy. Like, the last fight I'm not as worried about because I get to set up on Pidgeotto. So, what I'm fishing for here, just as a reference, is a 1.5%. I have approximately 1.5% chance to to win this fight. Yo, Feka. Thank you for the 74-month resub. Much appreciated, my friend. How's your weekend been? We're trying to beat the game with random Pokemon. I'm now, unfortunately, on one of the worst fights in the game, where I have approximately a 1.5% chance of winning. Yo, Tsuko. Everything is good. Very good, in fact. That is over 5 years. Gosh, it's been so long. Yeah, I could not get to a better strategy than fishing for a 1.5% odds. Because it's 15% for him to miss Hydro Pump. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing, Serenic. I can't evolve. I'm allowed to grind, but I don't feel like grinding. Grinding's boring. Yeah, I am fishing for... Why not grind for a bit? Because then I have to fight Dugong again. And Dugong... Like, the Dugong from Lorelei is the second worst fight. We only managed to beat the Dugong after, like, a dozen or so attempts. Or more, probably. Like, 2 dozen attempts. And I have a win con on this fight. I just need the freeze to go off. I've definitely used about 10 ice beams by now. There we go. Okay, we win. There we go. This is the 1.5% fight. There we go. That was the fight I was looking for. See, grinding wasn't necessary. Now, this fight can also be a little annoying, but is nowhere close to what that other fight was. Now, I do lose the batch boost because I used up my rare candy. But despite that, this fight should be fine. There we go. Okay, that's Cubone. Whew. Alright, so chat, once again, we will random roll 3 Pokemon that I haven't done yet. And you will get to vote. I'm just gonna verify that the achievement triggered correctly, which it did.